In this new video in the fundamentals of mathematics, still in the parts of fractions, we're going to continue our lesson in addition of fractions. And actually, this is not number one, this is number two. Let me edit that. Okay, so this is our second um, in the operations of fractions. Okay, and then we're going to add now. So previously we have added similar fractions, so now we're going to add dissimilar fractions. So to add the similar fractions, what we need to do is actually just change them to similar fractions first, and then we're going to follow the rules in adding or procedure in adding similar fractions. Okay, so simply that, meaning we cannot add directly dissimilar fractions. Those are fractions which has different denominators, so we need to change them into fractions which has the same denominators first, and then in order for us to continue the addition. Okay, so let's say for example we are given this number. Okay, for number one, say we have or given a third plus 3/4 plus 5/6. Okay, now what we're going to do is we cannot combine them directly since we have different denominators, obviously. So what we will do is to change them into similar fractions first. Now, by doing that, we need to find the LCD, the least common denominator. So we're going to do the same procedure as we did in the LCM, list common multiple. So we have 3, this is a prime number. 4 is equal to, say, 2 times 2. 2 times 2. 6 is equal to, 2 times 3. Okay, so maybe let's fix this a while. I just saw something. Uh, this is going to come 2 times 2. 6 is equal to 3 times 2. Okay, now what we're going to do is to encircle the common things. So we can see here that 3's are common with 3 and 6. 2's are common with 4 and 6, and there's an excess 2 that we need to multiply by itself. So what is our LCD? So what we're going to do is multiply 3 times 2 times 2. And our LCD is equal to 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. And this is our LCD, 12. Okay, and then what we're going to do next is to translate all of these fractions one by one using its LCD, which is 12. So meaning all of their denominators must be equal to 12. So let's do that one by one. So for the 1/3, let's make it red so that it will be visible. So for 1/3, again, remember the procedure. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4 times 1 is going to give us 4. So that's going to be 4/12. Okay, so this is 4, and then we're going to change the denominator to 12. Next, for the next number, how about 3/4? 3/4. So 3/4, 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 3 is going to give us 9. So plus 9/12. Maybe you're wondering why is it here. So for the 1/3, it corresponds to this. For the 3/4, it corresponds to this. Okay. And lastly, for the last number, let's have 5/6. So what is 5/6? 6, or rather 12 divided by 6 is going to give us 2. 2 times 5 is going to give us 10. That is 10/12. Okay, so what we have is 4/12 plus 9/12 plus 10/12. So what is the answer here? Maybe we can move a little bit here to answer. So our answer is, again, since they are now similar, we can add the numerators, copy the denominator. So I'm going to copy the denominator cell first because that's easy. Okay, so what we have is 4 plus 9, that's 13. 13 plus 10 is going to give us 23. Okay, and this is our answer. But wait, as you can see, the result is a improper fraction. That is, an improper fraction, as a review, it has a bigger denominator it has a bigger value in the numerator rather, a bigger numerator than the denominator. So that's an improper fraction. So from the word itself, it's improper. So it's not really proper to put that in the sense of arithmetic. All our answers should be in mixed numbers. So in the sense of arithmetic. So since this is an improper fraction, we shall change this to mixed. So how can we do that? Remember our procedure in changing the improper to mixed. Divide 23 by 12. Okay, so how many 12s are there in 23? Okay, so if we're going to check 23 divided by 12, oops, let's make use of the red one. So we have 23 divided by 12. How many? There's only one actually. And then 1 times 12 is going to give us what? 1, 1. So this is, everybody, this is our remainder, which is 12, or which is 11. This is our quotient, which is 1. So how do we do this? The 1 here will become the whole number. This will become the whole number. And this remainder here will become the numerator. I think you can remember that in our previous lesson. And then this 12 here, our divisor, will be the divisor itself, or the denominator. Okay, so how do we rewrite that? Okay, so the answer is the whole number is 1, so this is 1. The numerator is 11. The denominator is 12. And that is our answer, 1 and 11 over 12. 1 and 11 over 12. So that's our answer for number 1 example. Okay, so I hope you can understand that. If not, just review the video or rewatch it. Okay, we started with this part, dissimilar, finding the LCD, changing each number to the same denominator to make them similar. Okay, they're now similar. Add the fractions. It turns out to be improper. Change that to mixed, and then voila, that's our answer. That's our answer. That's your answer. Okay, let's have one more example for number 2. Put it here. Another example for number 2. Okay, so for number 2, let's have another batch of the similar fractions being added. So we have 1 over 5 plus 3 over 4 plus a third. So we need to find the LCD of all these numbers first. That's the most important part because we need to make them, you know, similar fractions. So 5 is a prime number, so we'd have no choice. That will be just 5. 4 is a prime number. Not really. That's 2 times 2. 3 is a prime number. So as you can see, there are no really the same numbers with all the factors of this number. So we're going to encircle this 5. We're going to encircle both of these 2 and then this 3. So we need to multiply them. In short, we need to multiply them one by one. So our LCD in this number, our least common denominator, is 5 times 3 times 2 times 2, or simply 5 times 4 times 3. Okay, so let's start here. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 5 is going to give us 60. And 60 here is our LCD. Okay, now we want to change all the numbers by the LCD, meaning we're going to make them fractions with the same denominators or similar fractions. So let's take 1/5 for now. Okay, 1/5, or rather 60 divided by 5 is going to give us what? 60 divided by 5 is going to give us what number? Okay, that's going to give us 12. Okay, 12 times 1 is 12 because it's just multiplied by 1. So what we have is 12 over 60. That's 1/5. Plus, next number is 3/4. So what is 3/4 if we're going to change that into the denominator of 60. So 60 divided by 40 is what number? Again, 60 divided by 40 is what number? Okay, any answers there? Okay, so the answer is 15. Okay, 15. 60 divided by 4 is 15. So 15 times 3 is what number? 15, if you know the table of 15, 15, 30, and 45. So that's our numerator, which is 45. So we're going to put 45 over here, 45 over 60. That's our second number, which corresponds to 3/4. Okay, plus, how about 1/3? A third. So a third, make it into a denominator of, with 60. So 1/3, 60 divided by 30, or there, sorry, 60 divided by 3 is 20. 20 times 1 is just 20 itself. So therefore, what we can see is 20 over 60, which corresponds to a third. And now, since they are similar fractions, we can add them. Let's have the answer here, the sum. So by adding the numerators, what we can have is 12 plus 45 plus 20. 12 plus 45 plus 20. So let's put up the ones digit. So that's 7. Let's put up the tens digit. 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 2. That's 77. Okay, all over 60. And you could see that 77 over 60 is an improper fraction. Time to change that to a mixed number because from the word itself, impropers are impropers. So 77 divided by 60. So obviously there's only 160 on 77. So put 60 here, minus, so we have 17. And then that's, I think that's the best that we can do. This is our remainder again. Our remainder is 17. This will be in the numerator part. Numerator. This one is our quotient. And this will be the whole number again. Your whole number. And then the divisor itself, this one, the 60, is the divisor. This is your denominator. Okay, so writing that in mixed number form, what do we have? In a mixed number form, okay, so this is going to become, our whole number is 1, our numerator is 17, our denominator is 60, and this is our answer for the number 2 dissimilar fractions. Okay, so as you can see, the process in adding the similar fractions is quite challenging compared to the process of adding similar fractions because one can just directly answer them when it is similar, but when it is dissimilar we need to find the LCD and change them to similar fractions and then um, proceed to addition. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something from here, and yeah, I will see you more soon. I'll be the third one here is addition of mixed numbers, which is quite challenging actually, or not really challenging. I know that we can do this. Okay, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you soon. Thank you very much.